Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's paycheck breakdown video. I want to say happy fall because I'm wearing brown. I got my fall candle out, and honestly I've been kind of cold all day even though it is like 85-90 degrees outside. But yes, I'm just really in the fall spirit. Yeah, so if you're new here, hi, my name's Alice. I love to chat about money and show you a little bit about my life. And today is a money video where I'm going to break down my paycheck, show you guys how much we make with the rollover, and then we're going to allocate that to how I think we're going to spend money in the next 2 weeks. If you're new here, please subscribe if you love chatty money content, and let's get into the context. So I believe that context is like everything when it comes to personal finance. There are not two people that have the exact same financial situation. My husband and I both recently graduated. He graduated with his master's in April or May, and I graduated with my undergraduate degree in communications, and we've both been working full-time for a few years now. So just with those graduations, we were able to get a little bit of a pay raise. We bought a new build house, single family home about 2 years ago, and that definitely impacts our finances. We don't have any children or dogs. We just have 2 cats, and they're very inexpensive, which is nice. I think that's basically it. Like, those are the big things that impact our finances. Oh, I'll also tell you guys our main goals right now. Our main goal is to increase our emergency fund to $18,000 by the end of this year. As it stands right now, I think it's at like $12,900. So we just need to do $1,000 every single month until the end of this year. And then our second goal is that we want to, I don't know how to say this. So we're gonna get paid more because we're getting raises because we graduated from college, and we don't necessarily want to be like no spending any more money than we have been, because honestly we've been living pretty like lean, if that makes sense, for the last couple of years. And so we recognize that now that we make more money, we're gonna be able to afford the things that we wanted to afford before. We just want to make sure that when we are doing lifestyle creep, it's intentional. We make more money now, so we're going to spend more, but we want to make sure that we're also saving and investing more. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the paycheck breakdown part of this video. Okay, let me pull this up on my phone. Excuse the ratchet phone case. I just can't be bothered to get a new one, I guess. I don't know. So the total income that we're working with right now is $5,394.55. So if you're new here and you're like, holy crap, that's a lot for 2 paychecks, or you might be like, that's not very much. Like, touche. Like, just depends on your cost of living, I guess, and how many kids you have. But anyways, so that is my paycheck, my husband's paycheck, and then some rollover from the last month because we knew that our mortgage was going to come out at the end of the month and we needed a little bit more. Okay, let's get to the expenses, starting off with the big one, the mortgage, which is $2,950.95. And that is a 1,450 square foot single family home in a great location, might I add, in Utah. The price of it was $450,000 and we put 10% down. So that's where we're at. Our groceries, we have already spent over $700 this month on groceries because we have family coming into town. So we did like a huge Costco run and spent $350 when we had already spent $400 of groceries this month. So we do not expect to buy any more groceries for the rest of the month for the next 2 weeks because we just have so much food. Okay, tithing, we pay 10% to our church, $404.50. For gas, I'm not quite sure how much we're actually gonna spend for gas, but I just gave us the rest of our gas budget for the month. And if we spend less on gas, that's just like good for good. We'll overspend in other categories, and so that can be like overflow money. For pet care, we're spending $0 because the girls don't need anything. My husband is the one who really has the pulse on what our cats need because he is the one who like fills up their food and fills up their litter because it's just so heavy. So we don't need anything this month because we already bought it. Okay, for car maintenance, we're budgeting $0. I mean, maybe something will come up like an oil change, but I'm pretty sure we're 500 miles away from an oil change on one of our cars, and another car just got an oil change. So we should be good for car maintenance. And then we do have an unexpected line in our budget of $350. We spent like $5 of it this month, which is insane. Like, literally, we haven't been doing anything. We've really just been chilling. So I'm just gonna budget $300 for unexpected for this half of the month. Now, it's hard to be like, okay, I expect $300 of unexpected expenses, but I feel like things always come up, especially since we have family coming into town. I just want to be able to have fun and do stuff with them and pay for stuff. So yeah. Okay, now let's go to bills. So last paycheck period, I assumed that we were going to have $600 worth of bills come out these two paychecks, but I must have done something incorrectly because they all came out the last two paychecks. So we only have two bills, and that's life insurance, which is $179.16. And then my gym membership is $16.11. But I think I'm going to cancel it and go somewhere else. And there's a $25 cancellation fee. Like, okay. So that'll be $41.11. But my next gym should be cheaper and closer, or like more convenient to go to. Okay, now my favorite part. Let's go to guilt-free spending, which has been a great guilt-free spending month for us just because we've had 3 paychecks and we've just been enjoying like finding less expensive things to do. So for golf, my husband really only had like $30 left for golf in his like monthly golf fund. But because we have so much extra money from, I got a $81 like medical bill, but then we forgot that we had $1,000 in our HSA. So that was really convenient. So like those kind of things happen, and I'm going to put that extra money towards fun stuff. So for golf, he actually gets $45 so he can go play a round of 9 and he can go to the driving range. And let's say eating out, $65 for eating out. So that should be good. We're definitely going to be eating out when my family comes into town, which will be fun. But we also bought like, again, so much food for them to eat at home so they feel super comfortable. And then for splurge, I'm budgeting $75. And that I kind of want it to be, again, when I'm spending time with family, we're going to go to like this bookstore that one of my siblings really wants to go to. And I'm definitely going to buy a book. I have been enjoying reading so much. I've already read 5 books this month, which I usually read 2 to 3 books a month. It's honestly a little worrisome when I read that much because then I'm like, wait, am I okay? Is something going on in my life that I'm like not, that I'm wanting to avoid, and that's why I'm reading and stuff? Which is true. There have been things I'm avoiding. So yeah, I read a lot, and some books bring me so much joy that I just want a physical copy, like to remember how much I loved it and stuff. I never read Emily Henry, and now I've read 2 of her books this last month, and I'm like obsessed. But also, I can't blame other people for not telling me. Like, everyone says she's an amazing author. I just didn't get on the bandwagon fast enough. But now I have so many books of hers that I can read. I'm so excited. Anyways, okay, I'm talking way too much. So splurging gonna be $75. I might buy some more stuff from Old Navy. I'm on a huge Old Navy kick right now. This shirt, $8 at Old Navy. Got another shirt at Old Navy, $10. Got so many things, and it was only like $50 total. So I might actually buy more at Old Navy because I just am loving it so much. I'm having a hard time shopping at Target now because everything at Target I feel like is a minimum of $25, but at Old Navy everything's $8, $10, $12, like not that expensive. So I might use splurge also to buy some more clothes. Okay, let's go to saving and investing. So as I said before, we mostly save at the beginning of the month, and these paychecks are our end of the month paychecks. Fortunately, we were able to save $1,000 to our emergency fund already. So to hit our goal, we already did that this month. And then we're also able to put away $750 for celebrations because Christmas and anniversary and my birthday are going to be coming up like within the next 6 months. But I think it's time to start saving for that because I love to buy gifts and I love to receive them too. And I think we put $500 away towards our car. So yeah, just to let you guys know, we did save this month. Okay, so for these 2 paychecks, we are gonna put $200 into the Roth IRA. And that is because we have $100 a week come out on Wednesday into our Roth IRA. And so there's gonna be 2 more Wednesdays this pay period. We budget from the 3rd of one month to the 3rd of the next month. I guess the 4th of one month to the 3rd of the next month. And next Wednesday is also like in this pay cycle. So $200 for the Roth IRA. I will have to increase that at some point, but we'll see. I am super into investing right now. I love it so much. Okay, for our house and yard, we planned on saving $400 for our house and yard, but then we used $350 to buy nightstands, which are so cute, solid wood, and they're only like $170 each. It was amazing. But anyways, that's our issue with sinking funds, is that sometimes we're like, okay, we're gonna put money away for later, and then we're like, might as well use it now to get what we want. So we're gonna put $50 away towards our house/furniture fund, because that's the $50 that we didn't spend on nightstands from the $400, if that makes sense. I said we were gonna save it last paycheck, but we didn't end up doing that. So that's why our rollover was so high, because we didn't save some of the money that we were going to. Okay, and then travel, we're gonna save $400. I was thinking maybe we're just gonna buy the plane tickets because I get nervous when it comes to buying plane tickets. I just wanna immediately buy them anytime I think about them because I'm always convincing myself that they're just gonna go up, they're never gonna go down, but there is like better times to buy them than other times. So we're gonna save $400 this month, and then in September, we're gonna use that to buy tickets to go to Oregon for Thanksgiving, which I'm very excited for. I love visiting my family in Oregon. It's so fun. Okay, this next part is a little bit less straightforward, but basically we budgeted $250 for our yard this month. We're not really doing anything with our yard right now. We don't have solid plans to do anything in the next couple weeks. So if we end up not spending $250 on our yard, we want to put that $250 towards a yard sinking fund so that the next months or next year we want to start buying stuff for our yard, that we have that extra money. So yeah, so maybe $250 into savings for our yard, or maybe $250 to spend for our yard this month. Okay, so now with our income minus all the things that we're planning on spending these next 2 weeks, that leaves us with $308.83, which is great. That's why we like to have that rollover coming into these two paychecks, just because our mortgage is like so high. I don't know, I used to feel like our mortgage was so high, but now I'm like kind of getting used to it. And now that we get raises and promotions, it just doesn't feel as high as it used to be. And also it's like within the ratios of how much we make, it's like all good, but it's also kind of all relative. So I have no idea. But anyways, $308.83 left over, and that's gonna be great. Maybe it'd be better if it was a little bit more, because next month we're like switching insurances and changing our 401k contributions. So we don't quite know exactly how much we're gonna make next month, which will be interesting. We're making a lot of big life changes, so we'll see how much we actually make, like our paychecks. So I just think that $308 might be a good buffer, good padding for if something comes up or we make like way less than we think that we're gonna make. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this paycheck breakdown video, and I will see you next time.